Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM20 story. The head coach with me, Daniel, is season 9, episode 7, and as you can see, we're back for the January transfer deadline day. It's Monday the 2nd of February, we're top of League One, things are looking well, so what's Chris Caspar got in store for us? In we go then, let's take part, we'll deal with that in a moment. But we've also got a lot to talk about on and off the pitch, and we'll do so as we go throughout the episode. In addition to transfer deadline day, we'll have our home League One game against Mansfield tomorrow, hopefully armed with some new signings. We'll wait and see on that front, but we have got one recent addition to talk about too, as well as a couple of others that have left the club. So let's go to the transfer screen. You can see there's already one bid in for a loan player. Not sure why he's so obsessed with that. We got loads of money available, but we have signed Ben Sibley on loan from Southampton. Chris Caspar's first move just a few days ago. He's a left back who can also play centre half, 3-star ability, 4-star potential, 20 years of age. He looks a decent pro. You're only paying £1,500 a week, although he's still obsessed with left backs, and I'm not sure why. But the reason he's gone and signed him, Bailey Clement's out injured for the rest of the season, that's part of it, but also this one, Greg Lee. He has gone back to his parent club, Hamilton. They were unhappy because he wasn't getting regular game time, so £5.75 a week, that's off the wage bill. That gives us some wiggle room. I'm delighted that's happened, of course, and we've managed to get in this player instead, so well done Chris Caspar, that's an upgrade. We're a little bit careful on the loanees, we can't have too many in the squad, but otherwise it looks like there's one more potentially coming in. There's still wiggle room in the transfer market as well. He has sold Mickey Devlin for over £100,000. In the last episode, if you remember, when we played our FA Cup tie, we were just waiting for that to go through. There was a work permit issue, I think, but that's been solved now, so he's off to Newcastle Jets. Well done to him, he's been a good servant for us. And we can now focus on what's going to come in on transfer deadline day and hopefully get another good result against Mansfield. So let's tell you where we are in the league table. Things looking rosy. We're at the top by a point. Only 2 clear of Peterborough though, so it's very tight up there. I'm certainly not getting excited just yet. We're 2 points clear, but we've got that game in hand. I think that might be the one against Mansfield tomorrow. And then we've got a bit of a pack and fixture congestion later on this month. So on the 14th, on the Saturday, we've got Wickham. Then on the Monday, for some reason, we're playing United under 23s. It's the quarter-final of the Leasing.com trophy. I wanted to prioritise it, try and get to Wembley. I thought it was because we'd be playing on Wednesday again or Thursday, but we're not. It's just randomly been put on a Monday. So I'm really annoyed about that. But otherwise, we've got a lot of games this month. It's going to be difficult, so we do need a bit of squad depth to compete. And of course, with 2 players going out and just 1 in so far, we're still a little short of what we desire. So hopefully Chris Caspar can deliver that today. But let's quickly talk through the results while we're here. You were of course with me last for that 0-0 draw against West Ham in the FA Cup. A brilliant result with 10 men for most of the second half. We obviously lost in the replay 3-1. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and a quick-fire brace at the start of the second half. But Lucas Smith scored, Labala missed a penalty. It all could have been so different in truth. But in between that, we won 4-1 against Rotherham in the league. Not quite the force they are in the Dorking Wanderers series. Ben Close, Nathan Teller, Joe Williams and Lucas Smith, 1 apiece for all of them. Then a 1-1 draw against high-flying Wimbledon away from home. Zach Clough scored, but Archie Dixon cancelled it out. Before a win against Fleetwood in the Leasing.com trophy. A heavily rotated side with Connor Chaplin getting a winner. A 0-0 draw at MK Dons. Another side up in the playoff chase today. That was a decent result too. And then back-to-back wins against Fleetwood and Ipswich. Labala, Williams and Smith with the goals against the first team. And then away at Ipswich, a 2-0 win. Heavily influenced by that first half red card for Flynn Downs. A horror tackle and then Sykes and Close took advantage. Great finish from Close. He's been brilliant for us all season as we know. And another really good stellar display from him. And that's led us to a good spot at the top of the table. So we've got Mansfield in a day's time, but I'd imagine it's going to be a very busy day in between. So let's get Chris Caspar to action on deadline day and let's see what he can produce for us. If you're looking forward to it and hoping to see some fireworks from him, please do put a thumbs up on the video. I really do appreciate your ongoing support and I hope you continue to enjoy the series, of course. A reminder again that this is our first week on the slightly adapted schedule. No real change, Monday to Saturday's the same. We're rotating between the 2 long-term stories. But on Sunday we'll have the start of a new series from the real footballing world here. We're going to talk about stadiums we've visited, myself and a mate trying to do the 92. And we're also going to have over on our podcast channel the start of our FM20 network career. So myself going up against Craig and Charlie. We're playing a season online against each other. It's a really interesting one, so I'd encourage you to check that one out. I hope you'll enjoy it if you like the FM content. It's a bit more relaxed. It's just 3 mates playing casually, but it's certainly very different. Something we're trying new for the first time, and I really enjoyed making it so far, so I hope you'll enjoy it just as much. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. You'll get notifications for all of those episodes, so please do put the bell on as well. well, and fingers crossed I can keep some of you entertained during the lockdown. But let's go through deadline day. Chris Caspar's ready, so let's see if we're ready for what he's got in store. Well, we're back at 9 o'clock, an hour into deadline day. Unfortunately, we've lost out on the other planned signing. Caspar was trying to get this Steve Dickinson in, a young right back. We didn't need him, we've already got Robbie Porter, but he has gone to Wimbledon instead, so powering one of our promotion rivals, a little bit worried about that, but he's a really good player. I can see why they've wanted him, and unfortunately he's chosen to go there. But we have got to bid in for someone else. We don't know who it is. Caspar makes offer for Williams, so cross your fingers it's not another fullback. Of course it is. It's another fullback. It's an end of contract deal, so it's for the end of the season. A 32-year-old, he's at MK Dons in real life. He's an experienced player. He's moved on to St Mirren in this series, and he's unfortunately made lots of appearances for them. But a backup player at this level, I'm a bit worried about that signing. Why would we want him when he turns 33? That is really bizarre. Can anyone work out why Chris Caspar's trying to do that? There's every chance we'll be in a championship. That's a really bad signing. I've no idea why he's doing that, but either way, he can play naturally at right back, right midfield, centre half or left back, but by the time he gets here, he's going to be redundant. I don't really understand. So a bit of frustration there. Let's hope that's not the only thing he does today. I'm giving him another chance to sign, another chance to steal an episode and become a superstar, and it seems like he's going to let us down yet again. But let's skip on, see if he does anything special. He's still got 14 hours to do it. Well, we've reached 1 o'clock, and we've got 2 bits of transfer news. So George Williams, this lad we looked at a moment ago, apparently he's joining in the summer. I've no idea why. He's paying him £2,500 a week. It's a really pointless deal. It's bizarre, it's strange, and it's going to be one of Chris Caspar's last actions. I mean, why is he so obsessed with fullbacks? I don't understand. We've got 2 in each area. You don't need more. And this one's not even joining till the summer. He's going through on the 9th of June. He's not even decided to buy him now, so he's not going to help us out now, and he might actually be valuable. There's also an offer from Grimsby. That's for Connor Ogilvie. He's rejected it. They're offering to pay £4,000 a week of the wages for someone who we just don't need or want. He's our 3rd choice left back, our 5th choice centre half. Just let him go. It would have been such a good way to get money on the books. Unfortunately, it has been rejected though, so we are still with Connor Ogilvie, and we're without players that we need in other positions. Just go and get me a central midfielder, someone who can compete with Williams and Dixon. We've got nothing really in the squad. The wingers have been weak all season. Get me a winger. Get me a striker in case Lucas Smith goes. None of that being done. It's just fullback after fullback, and it's needless. But we've got, what now? 8 hours to go? 10 hours to go, sorry. Losing track of the hours now. 10 hours left, and I just can't see anything getting done. There's loads of money left. There's also a chance, I'm sure, with financial fair play. We're on course to pass, but nothing is being done. So let's skip ahead and see what happens. But I'm already getting deflated by Chris Caspar again. Okay, Grimsby have made another offer for Ogilvie. Again, it's been rejected. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. He was on the transfer list and loan list. He's been trying to get rid of him, but he keeps rejecting the offers. I think 60% of the wages is good, but we're going to ignore that because we've put in an offer for someone else, and I'm just begging it's not another fullback. So Caspar makes offer for Reynolds. We can see it's been accepted already. So please cross your fingers, everyone. It isn't. It's a midfielder. It's another lone one, but he looks a good player. So let's go and have a look at him. 3.5 ability, 5-star potential. This is more like it. Flair player, lots of stamina, very good physically and mentally. 21 years of age, England under-19 international. This looks very, very good. Box-to-box midfielder, so could replace Williams. Him alongside Archie Dixon is a formidable midfield. We've already got Ben Close as player of the season. Reynolds, we've got to pay all the wages, but there's no problem with that. They're talking about him as a defensive midfielder. Preferred role there. No, he'll be playing in central midfield. It's only half a year, so they won't be able to terminate it. Charlie Reynolds, that would be a magnificent signing. Let's skip ahead, 6 hours to go. Please get this one over the line. Chris Caspar, you can yet redeem yourself, but you need to get this deal done. Right, we've got a bit of a problem. We've come back a minute later. Crew have made an offer for Connor Ogilvie, but despite the fact that we've got the staff responsibilities set, that offer's come through to us. And the same for the Cincinnati one, is it? Why are the offers coming to us for that all of a sudden? See, he's accepted that one, but this one, it's come through to us, despite the fact we've got no say in transfers. Now, because he's accepted that one, I feel like I've got to do the same here. It's not something I want to do. I don't want to have any say, but I'm going to have to do it because it's been taken out of our hands. Why has the director of football not done that? Let me just go and check the staff responsibilities. I presume they're fine because he's done the other ones. So let's go to transfers. Where's that in? Is that in contracts? I'm not quite sure, I can't remember where it was. Bear with me while I learn the game again. Transfers and contracts. No, he's doing everything. That's a very strange one. We're not quite sure what's happened there. The cracks are appearing through Chris Caspar. He's trying to get out of work now. But 6.25 hours to go. Let's get that sale done and let's get in that central midfielder instead. We're back 15 minutes later and we have liftoff. Charlie Reynolds on loan from Leicester, £5 a week. We're not playing in his preferred role, but that is a magnificent signing. 3.5 ability, 5-star potential. Ideally someone we'd like to have in the Championship, presuming we do get promoted of course. With Ben Close and Dixon, they're our best 3 midfielders, so Williams will drop to the bench, gives us strength in depth, that's what we like to see. We'll see if he sells or loans anyone else out, but that's a really positive sign for us. We've then got Williams, Randell, Charlesworth as backups, Charlie Savage still there too, but this signing is magnificent and one that we need to help us over to promotion. Brilliant work, Chris Caspar. Now let's see if you can get anything else done. Well, we've got another done deal. Unfortunately, it won't go through for 2 more days, so it won't benefit our wage budget immediately. But Ogilvy is finally going. Cincinnati over in the MLS. I presume they're still in the top tier. They are Major League Soccer. So he's going over there. Connor Ogilvy, a good player, did well for us at the first, but he's caused a bit of trouble off the pitch. He's one of the biggest earners at the club. In fact, it's probably my frustration. If we go to the contracts, the highest 2 paid players are Ryan Jack and Connor Ogilvy. Ryan Jack's transfer listed. He's declined massively. He's nowhere near good enough now. Just can't get him off the books whatsoever. If any MLS club wants him, please feel free to put a bid in. And Connor Ogilvy off now as well. And that could really reduce the wage demands here and give a little bit more wiggle room to Chris Caspar. And now with 4 hours to go in the window, he's still got a chance to get 1 or 2 in. So let's see if he makes any more offers, or is he happy with just signing Reynolds? Right, it's the second time this has happened now. We've just had an inbox message for Ryan Jack. I've tried to fix the problem, but again, the offer's been sent to us. I'm not quite sure why. Port Vale have offered nothing for Ryan Jack. They want us to pay nearly half the wages, but for me that's still a result at this stage. His contract's only till the end of this year, but why are these offers coming to us? I'm not sure why, but we will accept it. He was on the transfer list, so we presume he'd want it to be sold, but I'm a bit annoyed I'm having to have an influence here. But either way, Ryan Jack looks like he's on his way. Ogilvy's gone as well, so let's skip through with 4 hours to go, and hopefully we'll be able to get 1 more in. Chris Caspar, off you go to work, son. Next bit of news, Ryan Jack has gone. We're getting over half of his wages off the wage bill. How long a contract's he got there? Only till the end of this year, so a really good deal for us. We've got him off the books, and there's a little bit more money freed up. Now with 4 hours, is there anything left for Caspar to do? We'll skip ahead, see if he can make himself the star. Already got 1 brilliant player in, of course. Just 1 more. Go on, tease us. Half an hour left. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. We're going to have to settle for the 1 sign-in. We managed to get a few players off, of course. But either way, a decent window. We didn't need to get too many players in truth. The window is closed. I don't think there's any more business being done. 3 more bits of news. No, nothing happening. So the transfer window is closed. Just the 1 signing on deadline day. It's a very good one though. Charlie Reynolds coming in on loan. That leaves us with, I think, 7 loan players in the squad. So let me just go back and check. Kieran Kay's not going to feature too often, but in terms of the squad, Ben Sibley can't feature now. So he's been pushed out the squad just because we've signed Reynolds. So a little bit of inactivity there. It means that in terms of the bench, we're going to be hard pressed at times, but either way, that's a really good outcome. I can't complain. Charlie Reynolds is going to make a difference. Jack off the wage bill, Ogilvy to follow in 2 days' time. Nicky Devlin sold for over 100 grand. That is a really good window. So Chris Caspar, well done, you've redeemed yourself. I'm not quite sure why you were slacking off work. You could have accepted them offers yourself, but either way, a very good deadline day, and I'm sure Reynolds will make his debut in a moment as we pop back tomorrow for the Mansfield game. Back for kick-off time then. Let's see if Charlie Reynolds can make an impact. Nathan Teller's going to be one to miss out. He's not match fit yet. So let's go ahead and pick our lineup. We're heavy favourites at home. You'd expect that against a mid-table side. We have struggled for goals occasionally, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out. We've got a few players struggling for fitness too. Tom Field, 87%. Porter's not fit either. This is a bit of a worry. Lucas Smith struggling too. So bear with me a minute. I'll go and pick this team off camera. Okay, I've made some gambles today in the squad. We're going to go for some of the players. So I'm going to make 1 more change. Bear with me. We've gone for some players who are potentially less fit than normal, and we're thinking about the weekend. So in theory, we've got an easier home game against Forest Green, and we're going to need players fit for the Wigan game. So as a result, Porter and Field stay in the squad, as does Ben Close and Lucas Smith. So the Smith one is just because we're going to have Taylor back on Saturday, so there's no reason they can't swap then. That will allow Sibley to fill the 5th loan spot. He'll then come in for Tom Field. So that's Saturday done. Those two will come into the squad then. I might even put Ogilvie on the bench today, just because there's no harm in him making an appearance. So is there any way we can put him on? If we're doing well, we can rest Tom Field then. So Zach Brown's going to drop out today, I think. Although we haven't got any strikers on the bench, so he probably has to stay in there. Maybe Joe Williams. Can we give him a rest? He'll then come in at the weekend, but I just don't know which one to go for, to be honest. Williams, Charlesworth, Akinola will go for. It's very rare we have to replace the centre-halves. So Joe Williams will go on the bench. We'll have the man coming in, the new signing Reynolds, and he's going to be replacing Sibley, who drops out the squad, and as a result, Williams on the bench then. So that's what we're going to do. If we need to, we can rest the fullbacks and Ben Close. Lucas Smith, I'm not worried about. He's going to be replaced at the weekend. So our 11 in full is Horgard in goal, Porter and Field the fullbacks with Beresford and Sykes alongside them. They're the routine back 5 now. Close joined by the new signing Reynolds and Archie Dixon the star as a midfield 3. Smith on the right wing, Labala back in on the left, and Connor Chaplin on his own up front. A few game changers on the bench if needed, but hopefully they won't be required. So in we go to the Mansfield game, a mid-table side. Let's see if we can get a result. Charlie Reynolds, of course, needing the squad number. We'll give him number 10 and head straight into it. Here we go then, 4-2-3-1 for the away team. Falevi's playing off the left wing for them. Made one appearance for us last season, I think, and then moved on in the summer. Chris Caspar, not his favourite person in the world, but let's go and talk to the lads. What can we say? Pick up where you left off? That should be fine. So we're going to pick straight up from the last performance. A good 2-0 win, so let's see if they can do it again. We'd certainly take that result at the start. Corner kick early on, not even 8 minutes. Field into the box. Smith heads in. What an easy goal that was. That's exactly what we wanted from the first highlight. Lucas Smith adding another goal. I think that's past 10 for the season now. In the league, that's his 11th. So really good, almost 1 in 2 for him. He's keeping up his scoring record despite being pushed over to that right-hand side. And very good decision to play him despite his fatigue. And he's repaid us with a wonderful header there. Long ball forward from the Mansfield keeper. Only finds Porter the right back. Long ball forward is pretty aimless though. He looks a bit tired from the start. It's flicked on by Mansfield. Sykes heads away. It's still first to everything for Mansfield though. Falevi challenged by Close, but they're still in possession. We can't quite get it out. We're camped in our own half. All the way back to the keeper. Great press in there. I think it was Reynolds who pushed him up in the end. Good new signing. Seems to be doing well. For Mansfield just going long every time. This time they've won the flick on though. No one there, so Beresford clears. Out to Smith the goal scorer. Finds Dixon. Got a new partner in the middle, but finds Smith again. Chaplin in the middle if he can find him. Gets to the byline. Oh, he's challenged. Took too long. Gets it in a second time though. Chaplin shot blocked and Revan clears it long. Only to halfway as far as Beresford. And again the second wave of attack starts. Close out to Tom Field. The highlight ends. We're straight back for a corner. Tom Field delivers it. Almost the same combo. Headed away though. Beresford picks it up on the edge. Into the back post. Connor Chaplin's drifted wide. Into Labala. Cuts in one. Challenged easily and cleared. But it's only fallen for Porter. Why has he gone all the way back there? Didn't need to find a keeper from that one, but he rolls it out to Beresford again, and it looks like we're going to start another attack. Into Ben Close, finds Archie Dixon, got to find that killer instinct with a through ball. He's been challenged though, just too sloppy in possession. I've no idea why he took so long there, sorry. There was no need for him to get dallying in possession. Reynolds picks it up, the new signing though. Lovely ball out to Labala on the left, back to Field, early cross, it goes to the back post, beats everyone but finds Lucas Smith, and he's going to try and get it in from wide area. Beats Boone the fullback, gets inside 2, delivers to the back post, Labala heads in. The Alan Shearer celebrations out. It's 2-0 after 12 minutes, and it's thoroughly deserved from our dominance so far, and it looks like another 3 points in the title race. Quarter of an hour gone and we're seeing Mansfield attacking for the first time here. Chapman with a throw on the right. They've got it into the middle. Well nicked by Archie Dixon high up. Chaplin's running through. So's Lucas Smith on the right. He's 1-on-1 here. Shoots, tipped over. Didn't really do well with a shot. Didn't really do anything with it. Just sort of hit it straight. It was on target but a very easy save. Having said that, Tom Field with an outswinging corner. Headed away at the back post. But it's only going to find Lucas Smith again. We have camped in their half. It's fantastic. Smith challenged out for a throw in. But this has been a brilliant display so far. Throw on the right hand side, 25 on the clock now. It's all looked comfortable so far. Lucas Smith forcing a challenge from Falevi, beating sliding challenges all over the place, and he's run the length as well. He's greedy in the end, he could have laid it off. Shoots wide of the post. It wasn't really harmful at all, but look at those stats with half an hour gone. 11 shots, 9 on target. Mansfield just having their first off camera there, and we're back again with Porter. Finds Chaplin and a throw in advanced on the right hand side. Dixon again. Chaplin's running off him, finds Ben close. Switches it to the left, Fields overlapping, there's acres of space, shoots just wide. Oh, he'd beaten the keeper, I thought it was in, but in the end it just survives the Mansfield post. 2-0 with 5 minutes to the break, and this has been an absolutely brilliant display. Left back with a throw in for Mansfield, inside to the centre midfielder, the pressing's excellent. Chaplin working his socks off up there, not really had the luck in front of goal yet, but a long kick from the keeper, all the way to the middle, and it's flicked on by Liam Smith. Did well there, the striker. Clark switches it, Porter's caught out. Levy picks it up, the former player. Chance to cut in. He's got it to the back post. Beresford heads away. Finds Labala. Chance to bring it forward on the counter-attack. Oh, he's been held up there. That's really good pressing from the midfielder. But Beresford picks it up. Goes long. Chaplin gets there. Beats a man with a brilliant touch. Now got the fullback to beat. Cuts inside him and shoots. It was on his weaker foot. It was never going in. And he's comfortably wide as it remains 2-0. What a brilliant display that was though. You can't fail but to be positive. So we'll tell the lads we appreciate the efforts, ask them to keep it up. Hopefully they'll be able to do so. The good thing is Reynolds is very fit, so he won't need to come off, as we have a scare there from a corner early in the second. Good save Horgard, it was straight at him in the end. Did well to hold it too. He rolls it to Beresford. Oh, I don't want to get caught there. Just get rid of the ball. He finds Lucas Smith on the right wing. Chance to take on his man. Beats the winger. He's got the fullback to go as well. All the way to the byline here, Smith. Chance to cross into Labala. Cleared away by Chapman, the right back. And it's found for Levy as well as they combine to clear it long. Liam Smith picking it up for Mansfield. It's end-to-end stuff early in this half. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that being 2-0 up. Liam Smith's gone in. Good save Horgard to tip over. And it's a corner kick for Mansfield with another scare there. We've got to be careful at the back here. In-swing and delivery. Clark's going to take it. Revan on the end of it again. Boone heads over. Another free header. This is a worrying start to the half. Mansfield catching up on the chances. But it's still 2-0, so we're not going to panic just yet. We might have to rest some of these lads soon. Right, 25 to go. Porter's really struggling. He's complacent. He's not fit. So Kyle John's going to come on for him. Just the one sub for now. No need for us to take any risks just yet. With 15 to go, we might make another one or two. So how are we getting on now? 73 minutes gone. Tom Field's struggling, so he's going to be replaced by Ogilvie. Final appearance for the club before he leaves tomorrow, of course. And then Ben Close will be the last one in a couple of minutes. So let's just try and get through to that. If we get towards the 80-minute mark, which we have now, we know we can make that change. So Ben Close is going to be replaced by Randell. A good change to be able to make. And with 10 to go, we still lead 2-0. And we seem to have killed this game off pretty well. 5 left. Let's start time wasting. We just need to kill this game off now. There's no need for us to take risks. We're just going to relax, try and reduce the line, keep the pressure on by keeping the ball. And 3 minutes remain plus stoppages. How long are we going to have added on? 4 minutes. 4 minutes, not too bad. We're flying through them. And we're back for the last as Labala puts it in from the right. Chaplin heads in. No, it's Lucas Smith. It's 3-0. What a way to finish. Lucas Smith with a brace. He's not going to be fit for the weekend at all. But what a wonderful performance. He's won us another game. And 2 goals from Lucas Smith. 1 from Labala who set that one up. And we win 3-0 and maintain our spot at the top of League One. So we'll tell the lads we're pleased. It was a really good performance. They all look delighted, as you might expect. And we can now turn our attention to Ireland on camera. So 4 points clear. That was the game in hand. 5 clear of Peterborough in third. Really good stuff for us there. Classy Smith, we've got to go and praise him. 2 goals and an assist. You can't ask for much more than that from him. And hopefully Sibley will be as competent on his debut at the weekend as Reynolds was today. But let's go ahead and look at the schedule. Again, it's done that weird thing. Let me see if I can get it back to months. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. So we've got big games coming up this month, a few congested fixtures, Man United in the Leasing.com Trophy quarter final, and we'll be back in March. We're going to show one game from this run-in, and that's going to be the Peterborough one on the 21st. And the reason I'm only showing that one is because afterwards we're then going to focus on Ireland. We're going to play our first friendly there. We're going to go through our first squad. So it'll be a double header in terms of fixtures, one live commentary from Salford, and then our debut for the Republic of Ireland. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. If you are, please put a thumbs up on the the video. Make sure you subscribe and put the notification bell on for updates as all the new episodes come out. We'll be back in 2 days' time with this one. Dorking Wanderers tomorrow in between, of course. And keep an eye out on Sunday, both on this channel and the podcast one. A new different series on this channel. We'll be talking about football stadiums we've visited, trying to do the 92 with a friend. And then over on the podcast channel, we'll have our FM20 network career. Myself against the other two co-hosts. I'm one club in League One, they're another two, so find out who on Sunday, and hopefully we'll be able to do them both proud. Of course, let me know down in the comments what you thought of Chris Caspar's work there. Did he do anything that impressed you? Anything you're upset about? For me, I think it's just about what we expected. One decent signing, which I probably didn't expect. Managed to get some off the wage bill though, so all in all a decent window. A fantastic performance with 5 points clear of third. All's going well in the world. So hopefully you'll join me next time for Ireland and for another big game with Salford at the top. But thanks for watching this one and your continued support, and hopefully I'll see you next time.